G'day everybody, how is it going? I'm your host for today, Mitch, and if I could actually get technology to work for me today, one momento. G'day everybody, how is it going? Oh geez, I've actually accidentally put it on my bloody computer. Let me try get the video capture device on and working. G'day. Oh, we've got this bloody jumping everywhere. One moment. Let's see. Hang on. Can we get this to bloody work this time? There we go. Cool. So how's it going, everyone? I'm Tazzy. You can call me Mitch if that's what you prefer. And today, doing a bit of a stream. I thought, I need to make full use of that Singapore scenery that I bought. So I thought, why not do a little bit of a hop again? So yesterday or the other day we did Bangkok to Singapore to Kuala Lumpur, and I was like, I enjoyed Kuala Lumpur quite a bit. I enjoyed Singapore quite a bit. Why don't we fly to Jakarta? Now that's a place I've never been to. I've flown over it quite a few times, but I've never been able to go to Jakarta. And I think today, it's a perfect time to get started with it. So we'll just wait for a few people to get on, and while we do, look at this livery. Now they don't do liveries this great anymore, and there you go, City of Jakarta. We're in the perfect place for it. But nothing beats a good retro livery. So yeah, as I've mentioned, today we're going to be flying to Singapore and Kuala Lumpur. So in total, time's probably going to be 2.5 hours to finish both of those stops. So we've got our batteries on, we've got the emergency lights armed, and we'll come over here and we'll go to ground. We'll set
Cockpit to ground. Put the chocks on.
And the GPU.
Cockpit to ground. Connect ground power.
CRT loaded up. Well, actually we can't at the moment because we have to go up here. Get the galley power on.
Ground power connected.
And chuck on external power. These can now be reset. And the chillers can come on. Galley control is for the power is also coming on. Sweet. We'll get that APU door open while we're here. Now let's just check if we got everything we need. Cool. So today fuel load is going to be, and let me double check this with SimBrief. SimBrief 30.2 tons. So let me get this chucked in here. 30.2 30.5 is perfect. So we'll get that sorted. And while we're getting that sorted, we'll also get our payload. So today, we're going to be a really full plane. So we're going to get 8,400 or 8,500 kilos of cargo loaded. And for passengers, it's a very busy route. I think, what's SimBrief thinking we should be doing today? 359. I can do that pretty easily. There we go. We'll board those passengers as well. DGS hasn't come on, so we're gonna go up here, fly with lure, and go to simple ground service. I'll go automatic placement, and yes. So here comes the cargo, and we're gonna we'll get some catering, and we'll get a couple stair trucks. We'll get one at the back as well, I believe. Yeah, that looks good. Should we have them as Swissport? Yeah, Swissport works perfect. Everything's being loaded. Oh no, the door's bloody closed. Hang on, let's run back into the cockpit. Doors ground. 1 left, 5 left, and we'll open up cargo doors forward, aft, and bulk. Oh no, look, they've already gone away, so they've apparently loaded all our cargo. Damn it, missed out. But anyway, we're still loading the passengers, so we should be right. Get those doors closed, otherwise that's going to be annoying. Get these CRTs loaded up, because they're going to take a while. But that's not going to happen until we get our radio buses on. We'll just do a quick test install, quick test for the overheat, and test for the rotation while we're up here. Move our INS is to standby. We can see the compasses have got power because they're facing north. So we'll start the align process now. Got nav lights on just to indicate to everyone that the aircraft's power is on and that we are here. And body gear steering will arm that for the time being. Coming over here, probe heat will test. Both lights go out. And we'll test the anti-ice and both light up. Awesome. Get the power lights on, we'll test the power lights. And if we override the window heat, both illuminate. So that's working perfectly fine. No smoking, fast seatbelt signs can come on. And the fuel is getting loaded still, or being drained to what we require. Double check in the refill page. Yeah, we've still got quite a bit to get rid of. But yeah, I mean, gorgeous bloody aircraft, isn't it? And it just looks so good in that retro livery. Yeah, that's just awesome. Anyway, I will be back 2 seconds. I just need to go get one thing sorted. So we'll be right. Well, what I'm gonna do is get that bloody overlay fixed. So we're doing. What is it? WIII to SS. There we go. Perfect. Anyway, I'll just be right back. Just gonna get my headphones sorted. Okie doke, sorry for that everyone. Just needed to get a few things sorted. Everything is looking great and fantastic. Love those JT9Ds. And we'll just extinguish the lights. And that means that our INSs are aligned. Perfect. Let's come down now to the FMS while we get our CLTs loaded for the weather radar. Status. Active database is the latest and everything's looking good. So we're going to come up to here. We're going to put in our waypoints, well, our departure and arrival. Go to our route menu and let's try find it. Let's see if it's here. Here we go. Now that it's inserted, go to our departures, which is 25 left. On what departure does it want us to do? That's rather interesting. What we'll do, we'll get it up on here. Go to airports. Jakarta. What's the... No barometric pressure is available at the moment. I think I know why that's the case. It's because it needs to download the real weather. I was Let's just say there's might be an aircraft that will soon be joining us. That's all I can say for now. I've still got quite a bit to learn on it. But let's think Soviet. You know, that's all I'll give at this time. But we'll get the airport map up right now, which will be, if I could bloody find the airport map here. Airport. So 25 left is what we're taking off from. And also I'm going to have to consult my charts app, which is over there. One moment. And now that I've got this sorted, let's unload that flight plan and we'll import from SimBrief our latest flight plan. We'll be flying 25 left. Is there any departures that pretty much fit what we're going to be doing? Yep, there is. Awesome. So we'll do that. So let's see this. Okay. Out there, up and in. So we'll go to our flight plan. We'll find that departure. Good B1E. Yep. And we'll go to our legs because we need to get rid of Marak can be deleted. And that will be good. Let me write that in here. So we're getting rid of Marak. If I do that, it should look somewhat normal. Is there a so TKG keeps trying to go back to CKG. We are not going back to the airport. That's not required. Awesome. Now the flight plan is actually looking sane. So there we go, and we'll make sure CKG isn't anywhere in here. It is. So we'll delete that as well, which means there will be discontinuity, but that's no problems. Execute, and now we've got that all the way up to SAPEX, which is all the way in front of the airport. So let's double check our waypoints. So Islin, Kikib, Goodsbar, TKG, Goodbar, and let me get TKG chucked in. TKG, which then goes to Turka, which also isn't there. I wonder why some of these waypoints aren't there. Turka to PLB, PLB to Nipes. Nipes then goes to Avlab. Avlab then goes to Adoni, which is right here. Perfect, and we execute that, and there is our flight plan. Samco, then Sapex, which then takes us into the airport. Awesome. So we'll get that chart up now, which will be back, departures. Let me check the chat. Hopefully I haven't missed out on anyone. We'll be going runway 25 left, departures. And here we go, Sevilla, Nipip, here we go, Kikib, we need to be above level 150, which would be possible for us, and then Rimti, if we follow this, yep, Islam, we need to be above 4,000, maximum 220 knots, we'll keep that in mind for departure, so we need to be above 4,000, that'll be definitely possible in this beautiful thing. Okay, so FMS is all sort up and sorted. Have we got our fuel in? We do. That's all sorted. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get the APU set up, and I think that will be very interesting. Well, very much needed. Boost pumps can all come on because they're going to be needed eventually. And we're going to start the APU. Hold the button down for about 5 seconds. Once it gets past 30, we can take it off. Now let's start with the test over here. Squib test. We see the light comes on. We'll test the equipment cooling. Lights up. And the blower selector also lights up. Aft cargo heat, we'll test that. Lights up. Perfect. And with the APU now on, open the bleed air. Vents can come on and recirc fans can also come on. Just checking around. Every switch is looking good. As you can hear, it's definitely on. Now that we've got everyone in, we can go to our ground. We can close our doors. And in closing our doors, we'll go out towards the aircraft. And we can get these things pushed away. So we'll go to Flower Lure, macros, simple menu, and can be moved away now. There you go, and we'll watch them go away. Awesome. Now that we've also got APU power, we will close the lines to that, and because we can, we will go to our ground, and we'll
Cockpit to
disconnect
ground.
the
Disconnect
GPU.
ground power.
While we're here, we'll open the air pump to engine to 4, and we'll turn on the hydraulic pump, and we see
Ground
that
power
the
disconnected.
reserve brake light turns off, as it should. Close that. Checking everything is okay. It is. And with that,
Cockpit to ground. Remove the chocks.
we can remove the chocks. Coming back into the up front to the cockpit. And now that INS is aligned, we're going to go
Chocks
here.
removed.
Well, we're going to go up here actually. And we're going to start
Ground
our
to
pitch
cockpit.
back.
Please show me where you want to go.
I want to go right here. Huh.
Ground to
push back,
cockpit.
update.
Tow is driving
Nice.
up.
Make sure we've got all the beautiful views we could ever bloody want. That is confirmed, and yeah, because this is the JTs, I've got the actual back of the wing view that some of you do like and have missed. Body gear steering is armed, anti-skid can be closed. Let's come to the top again. Emergency lights aren't. The radio masters are all on. Propane can come on, and so can window heat. Beacon will stay off. We don't want to blind the ground crew while they taxi us out. And we'll check the flight engineer panel, and we're looking all great here
Okay,
as well.
all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Well, you may connect. Is there an aerolingus over here? I really wish we could get traffic in this game that was more centralized to where in the Earth you were. I know does it Just Flight have a plugin for that, like real world traffic, that apparently works really well, but it's a bit expensive.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brake can be released.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Awesome. So, coming over here, bleed air is in fact on, and we'll open the valves for engines 1 and 4. continuous on the air pumps for those engines. Come up to the top,
Ready
start
to
valve
start
can
the
be
engines.
open.
Ready for engine start.
Now that we hear that, we'll do system 2
Starting
start
engine
today.
4.
So start engine
Start
4.
valve open.
Valve is in fact open, and we'll watch the RPM rise. Double check the fuel boost pumps are in fact on as needed, and on 20% we will then engage the engines.
20% and 2.
Introduce fuel.
Fuel on. Light up.
Watch that rise. Oh, that's worth a photo. Oh yeah. Engine is stabilizing, which means
Engine
air
stabilized.
pump can come to auto. And we go up and we'll do
Starting
system
engine
2 start on engine
Start
1.
valve open.
Just double check 2.5 left
20% and 2.
is that one down there. 20% N2. Introduce
Fuel on. Light up.
I was fear I'm gonna put in rich. There was a taxiway behind us, but doesn't matter. We'll just turn out here and then come around. Yeah, there's 2.5 left there. Okay. High stage is seen, which means that now we
Starter
have
off.
starter off, air pump can come to normal, and the valves for the inner 2 engines can come on. Return to the start.
Starting
Engine 3. And it'll
Engine
be on
stabilized.
system 2.
Operation
Start valve
complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Awesome.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
20% and 2. Fuel
Introduce
on.
fuel.
Light up.
Fuel is introduced and it's slowly rising. Yep, disconnect please.
Starter off.
Engine stabilizing. Pump can come to auto. And now what we're going to do is we'll do
Engine
system 2
stabilized.
start on engine 2.
Starting engine 2. Starter valve open.
It's one of the great things about Felis aircraft, and I say that in a plural term,
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand
the
signal on the right.
call-outs.
We'll see you next time and have
Yeah.
a safe flight.
20%
Cool, thanks.
and 2.
is the call-outs. The call-outs I think are,
Fuel on.
they're definitely one of
Light
my
up.
favourite parts, and it adds a bit of liveliness to the aircraft that I really appreciate. Beacon can come on. No real need for any of those lights. And we'll just wait for that engine to stabilise. It's just about to. And we're all at 60
Starter off.
today. Air pumps comes to continuous. And once it's stable,
Engine stabilized.
we will close the generators off. Now that that's the case, close the breaker system and APU can come off. We'll open the packs up temporarily for our beautiful passengers, and we'll open AvaTab again, and we need to see if we can get a QNH of 1007. Perfect, there we go. Let's check also, because we are here. G'day Gino, how's it going? Good to see you're here. We'll just do a double check for any VORs that we possibly can. The first one we're going to be doing is TKG, which would be 115, which is easy to set. .115, and then above that will also be PLB, which will be 115.5. Perfect. So both of those are now set. We can now engage the brakes.
Parking brake
Disengage
released.
brakes. Oh. And we'll slowly introduce power. While we're also here, we're going to do our performance calculations and get the speed bug set. Power's looking good. Sounds great, but that's just atypical from these fearless aircraft. I'm increasing that V2 speed, that's way too low. And we'll introduce flaps 10. Oh, there we go.
Flaps 10.
Perfect, flaps 10 selected. 4 people here already. Gee whiz. Also, forgot to say hi Gino, how's it going? Slowly turn ourselves over. And, I mean, we don't really need it, but we'll get our taxi lights on while we're here. And we'll start our checklist. So, coming over here, one of the, also my favorite thing about these fearless aircraft is we're going to go to our checklist, and our after start checklist can be started.
After start checklist.
If I could maintain center line, that
Flight
is.
recorder. On. Start switches. Off.
Off.
Beacon lights.
On.
On. Brake pressure. Check. Start levers.
Idle.
Idle detent. Engine and the eyes. Off. Electrical panel. Check.
Checked.
Pack valves. Open.
Open.
Dual warning lights. Out. Hydraulic panel. Check. Flight recorder. On. After start checklist completed.
Perfect. Get the next checklist started.
Taxi checklist, please.
And we'll, engine ignitions can
Flaps.
come to
Flaps 10. Flaps 10. Takeoff data. EPR and airspeed bugs. Set and cross check. Stabilizer
API
trim.
try.
Hold on.
It's not in the green yet.
Set in green band.
Go 5
Probe
minutes.
heat. On.
It's on.
Flight controls. Hold on.
Left. Right. Down.
Check.
Fully back.
Yaw dampers.
It's on.
Check. Seatbelt and shoulder harness. Check.
Checked.
APU.
Off.
Off. Fuel heat.
Off.
Off. Totalizer and gross weight.
Oh, good to hear, Gina.
Set. Flight engineer and pilot panels. Check. Aft cargo heat. This.
Ah, need to get that on. Hang on. Whoops. Let's see if we can do this without going off the bloody runway.
Normal.
No one. There we go.
Seatbelt and shoulder harness. Check. Taxi checklist completed.
Get some panel lighting. Get our flight directors on as well. How long am I on? Probably 2.5 hours today. Just doing the short hop up. Well, doing the longer leg today's going to be this one. So this is going to be Jakarta up to Singapore, and then we'll just do Singapore to Kuala Lumpur in the Singapore cargo livery. Cool. Taxi takeoff is done. Now let's also double check our heading. 247 is our first heading, so let's get that sorted. 247. 247, and our second course will be after takeoff. 247. We need to be above 4,000. We need to get to 7,000 for, or 15,000 for Kikib. So 315 will be our secondary course. There we go. Perfect. Oh. So we'll have our first altitude set will be 5,000. Okay, everything's looking great. Lights and all that are perfect. Livery is basically the paint job. So like whatever color schemes on the side of the plane, that's what a livery is. That's the terminology that's normally used like in aviation. And normally like when we talk about cars, we'll do paint job, and for planes it's livery. Look at the spoilers up. And that's with the sunglasses on. Makes it look a little bit moodier. I'm going to show you a gorgeous aircraft. Okay, so flying 247. We need to be above, initial climb will be up to 4,000, then we need to be above for Islin, and then we'll turn 315 to Kikib, which needs to be 150, and when we go to Goodbar will be 230, which I think we have the performance for. It's 30 miles to get from 15 to 23, okay, and it's 36 miles to get up from about 4,000 to 15, so that's pretty easy. Thankfully we're on a jet that does have performance. Everything is set and tested. Get our weather radar on, but it doesn't look too bad today. Let's double check here. Takeoff dry. Yep, dry conditions. And the transponder is all on now. Cool. FPS has actually had a significant bump since Beta 4. Beta 3 had a really good performance, then Beta 4 went back to bad, and then Beta 5 is, yeah, doing pretty good. 34 FPS in this aircraft is, yeah, pretty good. I could chuck on, if you'd like, I can put on lossless scaling, which will make it look a bit smoother if that's something you prefer. Am I on tomorrow? I could be. I don't know if I'll be streaming sim or flight sim. I might be playing a different game. I don't know at the current moment. If I'm feeling like it, maybe I'll stream. You know, I've got the day off tomorrow, so you know, I have the time for it. Depends. What are you feeling like? You got any route suggestions? Because I definitely like a few route suggestions. Okay, before takeoff.
Before takeoff checklist.
Definitely have no icing.
Icing considerations. Check. Cabin alert. Check. Transponder.
It's on.
Check. Ignition.
It's flight start.
Flight start. Body gear steering. Hold on.
Skip that part.
Back valves.
They need to be closed.
Let's see. Closed. Pressurization mode selector. Auto. Fuel boost pumps.
It's on.
On.
Cross
feed valves. Check. Before takeoff checklist completed.
Awesome, here we go. We'll get her centered on the runway, and then we'll turn off body gear steering. Okie doke. Hold the brakes, body gear steering coming off, landing lights should have been on, strobes are coming on. And how's the weather? Well, I'm down in Australia at the moment, and it's cold, I'll give you that. And if I put a rock outside, the weather rock would tell you it's currently raining a little bit. Okay, so before we start this takeoff, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the outside and we're going to get a quick spool up. Now I think this deserves a like in itself, so if you'd like to help out the channel, be sure to give it a like. But here we go. 50%. Oh yeah! That's there. Auto throttle can come on. Forward pressure. Thrust is set.
80 knots.
80 knots. Neutralizing the stick.
V1.
Just listen to a roll.
Rotate.
Rotate already. Gee whiz. Positive rate.
Positive rate.
And gear coming up. Maintain runway heading. 15 degrees, gear is up. Try and maintain that heading. Stick this over the INS. Got 14 miles to go, that's no problems. Obviously today we just want to get up as high as we possibly can. 5,000 we're definitely going to get. We're going to go up to 15,000, which is our next waypoint. Or the waypoint before. You know, we'll give ourselves unrestricted climb, you know. Get a pitch direct on that flight. 15, there we go. And what we can do is we can go to manual control, VS, we'll come down to about 15,000 feet. There we go, VS, 500. Select, climb thrust can be set. And come flaps.
Flaps 5.
5. That can come up.
Flaps
1. And after start checklist, please.
After takeoff checklist.
Gear levers move to
Gear
off.
lever. Off. Landing
Our
and
maximum
logo light.
speed is 220
Hold on.
knots. Yep.
Ignition.
Knots.
Check.
There we go.
Seat
and
belts
indicated
and no
airspeed
smoking
mode
sign. Check.
selected.
Flaps
Flaps are
Pack
up.
valves.
Pack valves can
This.
come
Open.
open.
Fuel heat.
Fuel heat can come
Wait.
to auto.
Auto. After takeoff checklist completed.
And yet again, another successful takeoff. I will take it. Remaining 220, which as we'll get on here, 220 knots. Gino, I'm up in Queensland, so I'm about a couple hours inland from Brisbane. And once we pass Bemelo, which we already have, we can increase our speed to 250. So that's what we'll do. We'll come 250 VS, and we'll come down to 500 feet a minute. (6,000 feet already, so we've met our restrictions. Going 250, indicated airspeed mode activated. There we go. Almost it is there, and then we'll go 315 up to Kikib. So we've got what, 3 miles to go. Heading. Switch this over to INS now. That's all good. Decrease our weather radar, because we do have a little bit of weather in front. Lane lights can come off now, and logo light can come off. Perfect. All the other lights that are required are in fact on. Past through 8,000 feet. Whereabouts in Queensland? Near Toowoomba. Yeah. So if the closest airport would be, what's it called? The Toowoomba. It's a WIII-WSSS-WMKK. They've got a few Virgin Australia 777s parked out there. 40 FPS, I'll bloody take it. Let us climb it. What's our climb rate? About 2,500 feet, I'll take it. 90 miles to go, cool. And we'll go up to 21,000 now.
$10,000.
10,000. Sweet. Let's get a quick wing viewing. Those engines do look gorgeous. What's that red tab on them? Is that a logo or something? No. Safety thing. We can go behind the engine. Just like that. Yeah, shoes look good. She truly is a gorgeous aircraft. Cruising up to altitude. Please switch this over to radio. Go to heading 2. Yep, perfect. And then this will go 298. This goes 315. Yep, I was in Brisbane. Well, when I flew down, because I was living in Singapore. When I flew down from Singapore, I had to land in Brisbane. I was in Brisbane for a few days. I have to go up in a few days to Brisbane again. But yeah, Brizzy's an okay city, I'd say. I've definitely been to better cities though. Okay, let's get the distance. So I'll switch this over to INS. 24 miles to go to thing, and you can tell we're in Jakarta and not Singapore, or Indonesia, not Singapore, because there's a bloody mountain. 80 miles to go, should be right. And we'll go up to our, just set the climb to 380. What we're going to do is go to VS, we're going to come down to 500, and we want to get our speed to around 300. Good on you, Gina. Everyone of high intellect and high class likes good playing. Go accelerate 300 and then yeah, be easy sailing upwards. It's still accelerating. 300's now achieved. Stick that over to IAS. And fast seatbelt sign can come off. Perfect. Attitude select still on. Any order throw still on. IAS is still on. Normally when you hear in this thing, when you hear a switch like that click, you've done something wrong. Okay, there you go, see, almost 3,000 feet a minute, but we're going to probably stabilize around 2,500. And what I'm going to do, while we're here, I'm going to switch the camera off 2 secs, and I need to go to the overlay, and this needs to be switched over. There we go. Perfect. It's 10 to 5 here in the afternoon. Awesome. Off. Cool. Let's check the lights. Let's check the back. Packs are on. Everything's looking good. Fuel used is looking normal. Look at the cross feed valves on. See the temperatures 94, 94, 94, 94. Cool, cool. Everything's in the green. That's what we want. We can actually probably just choke it here. Go there, there. Fuel flow is about 483. That's okay. 5 miles to go, and we'll be switching over. So what I need to do is radio. And that can be switched over to number 1, which if I go to number 1, it's going to be on our heading on 298, which we're about to fly into, which you can see up there. I'm going to be right back. I just need to get something sorted. I need a cup of tea. G'day. Sorry for that delay. I'm finally back. Let's check the INS. There we go. Looking sweet. And check the camera on for a bit. Let's check the chat. Let me go to the chat. So Gino's asking, what made you get into planes easy when Dad's a pilot? Yeah, so Dad's a pilot. He flies Gulfstreams. So I'm a bit biased by what the best private jet is. But if someone wants to pay for him to get a Global 7500 license, I'd have no problems with that whatsoever. Let's also see what else Gino bloody messaged. Can I ask you a question? What get into it? Yeah, so basically that's why Dad's a pilot, so I've always loved planes. 16 miles to go. 29,000 feet. We are cruising. Let's check the map. So obviously there's Jakarta there. We're going to go from here. We're going to come over. So what's the wind at 38,000? Slight headwind. That's not too bad. Yeah, 36,000. Yeah, it's going to be it will eventually turn onto a headwind once we turn into it. So these charts can come off. Make sure standard is in fact set. It is. And we'll search up WSSS now. So, yep. Okay, that'll be 1007. So pretty much the same. There we go, 30,000 feet. Don't know why it's so much bloody louder down there. This will be fun. Oh, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, now I need to check our chart tab because I need to schedule in our landing. So, right, yep. Chart tab needs to be redone. That turn's looking bloody beautiful. And let's check our approaches. So obviously we want to be going about, is it 2 cents being used or is it 2? I'm guessing 2 cents is being used. I'm going to look at flight radar. And let's check Singapore. They're using 2 left as I. Look at that, 747-400 is taken out of Singapore on 2 center now. So we're doing ILS 2 left as our approach. Go. And we're also going to switch our approach over. Cruising. Clouds are a bit stuttery or weird. They're pixelated. I don't know what that is. But oh well. You know, you take what you can get, I guess. Our approach is going to be the Repo 2A. So I'm going to go up here. We're going to get rid of SAPX, the first one. Get rid of that. That means Samco and Adoni come out. Yep, Avlab to okay. So we're going to come down here. We're going to delete all of these waypoints. Which actually it's perfectly these 3 waypoints. It's cute. Departures, we're going to go to arrivals. We're going to go ILS to left. We're going to go the repo to approach. Repo to alpha, yep. So let's see if that's all in. Repov, there we go. We're going to go Avlub to Repov, which will then go down into Samco, and then Samco to ICPO. There you go. Cool, there is our flight plan sorted. So Papa Lima Bravos are we going to now? Let me just change that over. No VORs in front of the symbol, I guess. 113.5, so that's Sinjon. Cool. Let me just check the chat. How's it going? How's it going, everyone? Dad's been a pilot since 1993, so it's coming up to 30. It's coming up to 30 years of flight time, so that's not bad. Good on him. Flown to some bloody strange places, but that's just what happens in the world of private air travel, I guess. That's definitely fun. Time, let's check my time. Oh great, that means my coffee should be up. Let's go to external, I think we need an external. Oh, gorgeous. Be right back, everyone. There we go. Back in the seat. Might actually buy a brand new seat this week. Let's check the chat. How about that? Obviously we are. Ah, good to hear, Gino. Thanks for the compliment. Oh, we're struggling to get through X0. What I'll do is I'll stick this VS 500 feet a minute. 285, I'm gonna guess it's like a Mach 5 number. Let's check up. It's looking all good. 47 miles to go. Also gonna get the charts. So we're doing the Repo 2A approach in to airport. Airport info. We're also going to go, wrong thing. Get our arrivals, which is the Repo 2A. And we're also going to get approach, which will be ILS 2 left. Jakarta is the capital of Indonesia, so it's south of Singapore. So Samco will be above 4,190 knots. So I can just bring this up as well.
plasma level off.
Cool. Transition levels 130. Okay. Okay, coming to Samco and then 2-3 degrees to go in. That is no problems. .9. No problem since you're on. Obviously, we're not going to be going there. And then T-Kong for the missed approach. Got the uniform as 5.1. Cool. Samco, and we come in. Numa is when we start our approach in, 3,500 feet. Dumup, we need to be above 7,000. Remy is at 220. Okie doke. Up. What I'll do, I'll get on the charts app. Because if I get on the charts app, actually it will tell me. There we go. Got about 279 miles towards destination. Okay, 277 miles right now. Which is Singapore, I should also add. Actually, if I go on G579, that could make it a bit easier just to fly directly in. Wouldn't have to turn or anything. Okay, so what I'm going to do, legs, delete Nipes and Avlab, and replace that with Party. Execute, awesome. So I'm going to change this over. So, Nipes and Avlab, let's go. Cool. So PLB, we go to Party, then Party to Repulse. So we're just going straight down the current flight path that we're doing. Party to cool. No, 380, yep. Altitude halt comes on. Cruise speed comes on, and speed mode activated. And we want to go down to Mach 85. What buttons to press? That just comes from flying the aircraft quite a bit. But also, when you read the manuals, which I've read the manual for the 747-200 quite a few times. I've got a book called How to Fly the Big Jets, which was actually written by the guy who certified the classic 747-100s in Britain. Fantastic book. Yeah, so basically he did the book on this, and I've read that manual quite a few times right now. Oh, nope. 3-0. And we're gonna chuck over that. There we go. Awesome. 127 miles an hour to party, and then party will go to repov, which should only be 50 miles. We need to be 210 by then. 210 to go down 17,000 feet. Pretty easy. Speed needs to be increased quite a bit. 175. Go 275. That should get me around Mach 8.5. That pack trips, yeah. I'm not putting that bloody gasper valve on, it's too loud. And what I'll do for you, Gino, if you want to know how many buttons are in this bloody plane, there you go. Now I'll be right back. I need to go get an idea for dinner. And we're back. Oh, I need to turn the bloody light on. Ah! There we go, a bit warmer now. There we go. Thanks for the subscription, Gino, as well. I just saw the number went up to 181. If we're lucky, we could probably get to 200 by the end of the month. But I'd actually have to stick around and actually make bloody videos. My schedule for work next week should come out now. Frost. Oh, it hasn't come out. That's interesting. Okie doke. Oh wow, the other stream's already done 122 views. That's insane. Yeah, that guy said 747s are so easy to land. They really are. Unless you pull the power back way too early and you just destroy the thing into the ground. The other plane that I've been currently learning is very much like that. Let's check this. Cool. Sorry for that, I was just checking the chats, and look at that. Now the DME is being picked up for Singapore, so 175 miles, not too bad. We've got 66 miles to party, and then after party, well, we like to party. We'll go to Repov, so that'll be, so at the moment, I need to chuck this over 349. And see if I do that, that lines up directly ahead. Got a slight wind, we'll check on the map. What's the wind? 13 knot head side wind. Actually, yeah, 13 knots directly to our sides. No, that's directly hit, like side on, and then once we get up here it's going to go more towards head on. Singapore might have a bit of weather, I don't know right now. Get a good old wing view. I do like the JT90s. Normally they'll fly with the RB211s or the CF6s, and the reason why is a lot of 747-200s that still exist to this day use well, those engines. The JT90s, they were around for a few years, but they quickly went out of service, especially with the end of this aircraft. thinking maybe I need a burger tonight, you know? Okay. Oh, I actually need to change that because it's change this. Oh yes, I can make both of those that type of burger. That burger's really nice. And with that, dinner is ordered. Nice. So I should have dinner by start next flight. Okay, doke, yay! The restaurant accepted my order. I will have food. Yes. Sorry, I'm being an idiot. 182 subscribers. Thank you to whoever subscribed. You're a bloody legend. Love ya. Let's check. That's what I do need to do. I need to chuck this over to the Explain 12 playlist. There we go. Awesome. Let's go here. Nice. I need to get a subscriber notification so something comes up when I have a new subscriber, because I really do appreciate it, everyone. Truly means a lot. I do want to get to 1,000 subscribers by end of year. That's a big task, but you know, I think it's capable if you put your mind to it. And let's check Reddit because I got a notification on it. Okie dokie do. And I'll just check all these things. actually afford these chairs. That's pretty cool. I need to go down to hardly normal. Try 'em. Oh, Secret Labs chairs, the cool ones, aren't they? Let me do a check. Oh my gosh. Just one of these chairs. Oh god. No! Oh god, that is a chair and a half. Oh no. Okay, miles to go. So we're almost in Singapore, everyone. Almost in Singapore. Oh, that weather. Want to avoid all that. Might be a little bit of rain over Singapore. Don't know yet. There's this chair I've just found online, and oh no, it's got bloody bunny ears on the back of it. Yeah, no, I don't think I'll be going for the bunny ears. Let's just put it that way. Oh no, you can get kitty ears. Oh, oh, oh no, oh no. Oh, that's fucking fantastic. Oh, that's fucking great. Oh my god. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Oh. Probably shouldn't be swearing. But, well. That's bloody hilarious. Let's check the chat. How's that going? His name is Gino. Da ba da ba da ba ba ba. I'm guessing these secret lab chairs are going to be bloody expensive. Oof, I'd have to get the XL one for height. Damn. So XL is 181 to 205 centimeters. Okay, I'm 184. Yeah, shop now. I want to. It's gonna be so expensive, isn't it? Oh! Oh, what? Oh, that hurts. $800 for a chair. How much are the Herman Miller chairs? What the fuck? Ah, sorry, swearing. Let's see where we are now. 2 miles. So we can come down to 210 now. Oh no, I was AFK for too long. We're gonna have to do slight detour. So attitude selected, and we're gonna go VS, and we need to go like down. Jesus. Okay. That can come to continuous thrust. And we're definitely going to need to bring speed brakes out. Jeez, look at that cloud. What I'm going to do is, let me check the charts. So 348. And we need to go 168. Check speed. Speed's okay. Whoops. Yeah. We need to be about below flight level 210. We'll bring it just 200. And 220 knots is the maximum. And above 7,000, then above 4,000 by Samco. So what we'll probably do is come down to 18,000, I believe. Go 18,000, then you go 140, then 7,000. That sounds pretty good. Slight detour, but you know, it's required. Fasten seatbelt sign, come on.
Cabin crew, take your seats.
Yep, get the cabin crew to get down. Get down! That's something that does get you with the 747 the first time you're flying is you do tend to forget how fast the thing is, because realistically it doesn't look like the fastest aircraft, but it's really quick. Like, I've got this thing cruising Mach 9.1 a few times. It's insane. Awesome, there we go. Okey-doke. Vertical speed come up. Almost at the altitude required. And we will now chuck this back to 349.
To level off.
Cool. Speed can come down to 220 as well. As a requirement for Remy's. Belts are on. Let's check the passengers, they all okay? Yeah, they're all good. Cool. Let me, I should have done this much earlier. Chuck my throttle back in. I was just chucking my AirPods. Because when I'm streaming, what I like to do is I put an AirPod in one ear, just so I can do the sound control and everything. Just to make sure it's all looking okay. And also with my phone, I use that to check the chat. Cool. Spoilers coming back in. Chuck that back to 349. Let's check the charts. We're not that far off. Actually, yeah, you can see it right here. Now they're on the intercept heading. Switch that over to INS. That's going to induce us into the same thing. Yeah, nav is in the green. That's no problem. Past Remy's, then we'll get to above 7,000. We'll get to 7,000. Transition altitude's 13,000, that's no problem. Far out, it's a bit cold here. It's getting chilly, I'll say that. It's 17 degrees, but it feels like 14. Let's check that down in just a little bit. A few clouds down below, that's no problem. So 220 is met. So we'll be okay for the Remy's. Above 7,000, so we'll go down to 7,000 for Delma, and then 4,000 at Samco, which leads us onto 190. And then we're going 02 left. And let me chuck this in. So 113.5 should be on DME2, and for ILS 02, let's check this, 101.09. On 09, awesome. And that goes in there on a heading of 023. Wrong way. 023. There we go. Oh, really itchy. Let's check where we are. Alright, we can chuck on the goggles. I think we're yeah, we'll chuck on the goggles for a little bit. Thankfully we can maintain this. Isn't she gorgeous? Who's on the... G'day Extreme, where are you flying to? I'm flying to Singapore right now. And then after Singapore we'll be flying up to Kuala Lumpur. Everything's okay. 5 miles to Remy's, that's no problems. Demop, 7,000, that's no problems. There we go, doing our final turn. I'll bring this up here. You can see we've intercepted the line. We'll actually start our descent now, down to 7,000. Which will be EPR. Nope. IS we only use for climb. Wrong thing. Speed brake and come out. 10 miles to get down to 7,000, that's not too bad. Let's see, go Orbex. Oops. Now if this would load up. Now let's get the QNH for Singapore right now. Already searched it up, awesome. Nope, I just got rid of it because I'm an idiot. 1007. Zero two left is 110.9. That is set and in the box. Perfect. So this could be left hand seat landing. 3500. ILS is set. It will be an ILS landing until minimums, of which then I'll take control. If we are unstable, too high, too fast, whatever, we'll go around. We'll be going around following runway heading, climbing up first to 1000, and then once commenced 1000 we'll commence to a left hand turn at 4000 at 335 degrees. Is that all good? Good, as it bloody should. Awesome. Going down 4000 now. One 190. Is it? Now that's Singapore scenery that I own. Who makes this Singapore scenery? Spy?
10,000.
10,000. Yeah. Okay. Speed's a bit high, but that's just because we're making altitude. Far too delayed on this approach, but yeah, should be right. So what we're gonna go do, we're gonna go up here, checklist. We'll start this checklist.
Approach checklist, please.
We'll also get our landing speed
Seat
works.
belts and shoulder harness. Check. Seat belts and no smoking signs. On. Anti-ice. Off. Exterior lights. Check. Outer brakes. Hold on.
Auto brakes can come to minimum.
Low. Radio INS switches.
Radio.
Radio. Flight director computer selectors. Check.
Checked.
Brake pressure. Check. Altimeters.
Setting
1007. Set and cross-check. Landing data, EPR and airspeed bugs. Set and cross-check. Seat belts and shoulder harness. Check. Fuel panel. Check. 1000 level off. Fuel heat. Let's
Glide
see.
slip scene.
Localizer alive.
Fuel heat is off.
Off. EPR computer.
Lights coming
Go
on.
around.
Go around. Yep.
Cabin altitude.
It's checked.
Check. Circuit breakers. Check. Approach checklist completed.
Awesome.
Flaps 1. Flaps up.
Aligning with the runway now. Oh, we've lost. Have we lost nav? Oh. Don't know what's happening here. Yeah, the runway's there, so what we're gonna do, (240) flaps 1.
Flaps 1.
Don't know what's happened there. I think it just kicked itself off. Hey, there you are, Sim. How you doing? We'll just go altitude hold for now. I've had that glitch multiple times now. Yes, flaps 5 are out. Don't
Flaps
worry.
5.
So, do reverse heading. And we want to come up 3,500 feet. Altitude select, and we'll come up about 1,000 feet a minute. Perfect. It's done a bit better. Yeah. So basically, what happened there is I think it was going for the wrong DME. Don't mind the attitude, we're okay. Okie doke. So, chuck that off. DME 1 is what we want. So, now we're going to switch around to 023 because we can. Now if I come to here, we come to our avatar, we come to our airports, and we come to our charts. Here you go. So we're flying up to here, the Apical. We're going to slowly move into Anuma and then Akipo. So what we can do, switch this to INS because it will capture it. Hey, yeah, I thought I'd delay this. I thought I'd delay the stream, Sim. You know, just for you, you know. 3,500 by an Uma, yep, and then 2,500 by a Cooper. So we're gonna come down to 2,500. Speed can be lowered. So obviously DMA 1 is what we're focusing on. So we've got 12 miles to go. Radio switch is selected. We are coming over to 3, and we can actually monitor that here. Yep, no problems. Obviously we're coming over. Well, there's visual on the runway right there. $1,200. Radio switches selected. Radio. And 9 miles to go. Let's see. Okay. Okay. My aircraft, because something's happening there. It's doing something it shouldn't be bloody doing. So now that we're got ILS is stored and all that, that's perfect. Let's come down to a flaps 10 speed. Come down 160. My aircraft. Set our minimums. Make sure speed brakes are armed. Flaps 10.
Flaps 10.
5 miles to go.
Gear down.
Gear coming down. And let's bring this down to our VREF speed of 131. Speed brakes armed.
Gears down. Green light.
Awesome. Lights are on. Strobes are on. Everything's perfect. Awesome. Yeah, see, I don't know why it's trying to say the ILS is over there. It isn't. Next stage of flaps.
Flaps 20.
That's
1,000.
25.
Flaps 25.
Let's get the checklist.
Landing checklist. Gear.
Down and check.
Down and check. Flaps.
Flaps 25.
Flaps 25. Spoilers.
Armed.
Auto throttle coming off.
Ignition.
Flight start.
Flight start.
Anti-skid.
Check.
Altimeters.
Checked.
1007. Set and cross-checked.
Flaps
Landing
30.
checklist completed.
Flaps 30. Approaching minimums. $500 minimums.
Continuing. Bit high. Mm-hmm.
$50, $40, $30, $20,
Power back.
$10. Check reverse.
I'll take it. Forward pressure. Reverses. I'll take that landing. I think that was pretty decent. 80 knots.
Out, off, reverse.
Reverse is stowed.
60 knots. Auto brake off.
Manual braking. Spoilers in. Yeah, thanks Tim. Ooh. And body gear steering. Landing lights coming off. And strobes can come off. And Garuda 23 is clear of active. 02 left. Nice. I think we'll get the replays in right now. I didn't think that was too bad of a landing. Let's move this back a bit. I'm just going to run out, go get my dinner, because I can. Oh. And I'll just chuck you guys in. Gotta love all the ships in Singapore. Be right back, everyone. With that, everyone, now we'll move that back, and I think, as is always required. Oof, geez, okay, X-Plane. Geez, that doesn't look too good. This is Paya-Lebar. Why is it showing? Oh, this is insane. So this is about 5 miles out, and you can tell because I've just put the gear down. I mean, look at that. Now, when she settles into where she wants to be, she is really nice. Love all the ships of Singapore. Oh my gosh. Sim's having a bloody day, isn't it? Yep. Here we go. Like, it's not even on the right runway. let's check this. Yeah, diving in a little bit, mostly because what was happening is this, as you can see, too high. Now if I go, oh, can't get it on the right runway. That always annoys me. It's like it's obvious I'm going for one runway over another. Maybe this will be the best I can do. Stable. Bit of a wing roll. Oh, beautiful. Okay, the front could have gone down a lot smoother. Look how on center line we are. I took it off center line, but I'll take that. Hang on, let's see if we can get it on the bloody runway view. Jeez, those clouds aren't looking too good, are they? Oh yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty happy with that. I'll be honest. I mean, hang on, let's chuck it there for a sec. I mean, just look at that. Gotta love that livery. Let's chuck her back a bit. Do a tower view. And then I'm just gonna go collect my dinner. And then I'm gonna load up the flight plan and everything. And we'll do our later leg up to Kuala Lumpur. Ah, she's gorgeous. Oh, gorgeous. She really is. I think she's the best looking 747. But that's just me. Okie doke. So we're gonna finish that. We're gonna park her, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chuck on a different livery. I'm thinking SQ Cargo again. Is there any specific livery anyone will want for us to go up to Malaysia? Enter on enter. What's the after landing checklist?
After landing checklist.
Brake and pressure sync.
Brake pressure.
Check. Damn.
Body gear steering.
BGS.
Auto brakes.
One note problem. I'm getting a phone call. Who's this? For that, everyone. What we'll do, we'll just taxi her into a stand right here. There's the beautiful Singapore Changi sign. Yeah. Sim, I mean, you fly that 8 quite a lot. I mean, if they did an 8 to that same standard, I would think about getting it. But Felis has just done such a phenomenal. Ah, someone wants the Cathay. Now, Sim, do you want Cathay Cargo? Do you want Cathay, like the world livery? What livery do you want? Do you want the Silver Bullet livery? Let's get this checked. And there we go, and park and brake. And I'll get those flaps up. Just so we've got them down to cool down something. Okie doke, we'll get that sorted. I have some food now, I'm happy. I'm salivating. %. Can take our hands off the thing. Cool. Cathay Cargo it is, APU's now on. Switch to APU power. 1, 4. And those will be the engines. Let me turn off the landing lights. Oh yeah. Close the valves. Packs come off. Hydraulic pumps can come off. Now what I love with the hydraulic pumps, if you do that, you'll slowly see everything start to droop. Lineup could be way better. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, now we're doing Cathay, so Cathay requires the Rolls Royces. There's beautiful Ansett livery. Cathay Spirit bare metal. What I'll do, I'll just take us over here. And the freight side's here. And we'll load into here. Yep. Real weather is downloaded. Awesome. So how's everyone's day going? I know you guys in Europe and that is just started. And if there's any Americans on the West Coast tonight, you'll be going to bed soon. Don't want to make this a bloody eating stream, so I'm going to put the mic up there. That's another good question. Coke or Pepsi, everyone? So, while this loads up, I'm going to change the overlay. Because that's going to go WSS to WMKK.
Parking brake set.
Overhead. And let me just change this. Cool, and I'll just change the other overlay in case I need to run off somewhere. Okay. Now, sim, we've got the bare metal livery right here. I don't think Explain 12 does chrome too well. So we can go this livery. We can do HME, which will be this. So we can do this livery sim, or sim we can do this livery. What do you prefer? What do you think, and what's on your mind? Burger. That burger is spot on. Every time. Okie doke, so Sim's not gonna bloody reply. I know him, everyone, don't worry. So we're gonna do I think we'll just do the standard livery. Fair. Now I crash Cathay one. Okay, I'll do the bare metal livery for you then, mate. One sec. Here we go. Apply. I have to say, Beta 5's performance has been awesome. Like what I'm getting like 40 FPS. It's ridiculous. Oh, good crash. Don't worry. 2-minute delay. I didn't bloody set that up. Bare metal's looking bloody good. Yeah. Good livery. Okay, so battery on, standby power is coming on. That all lights up. Let's go and get ground power connected. Ground.
Cockpit to ground. Put the chocks
GPU on.
Cockpit to ground.
I'm looking forward to the freighter version that Felis is releasing soon. Hopefully soon.
Chocks are on. Ground power connected.
And what we're going to do... Okay, so let me schedule our flight plan. So it will be, you want, no problems, SSS to WMKK. Obviously we're in a 747-200. That's something sim brief need to add, is you need to be able to like select favorite aircraft. It'll be so much better. Generate flight. That's a good flight plan. Yep, so 2 left. No problems. 26,000 feet, obviously it's very, 38 minutes in the air. It's just nothing. 20 tons of fuel. Okie doke. So what we're going to do, we're going to come over here. I'm going to go up here. Flow lure. Alright, macros, simple. And automatic placement. Perfect. We're going to come to load calculator. We're going to come to our fuel. We're going to get 20 tons in. Oh, didn't mean to do instant refuel. Oh well. And our payload will be about... I think we need a couple tons. So I think we'll do 50 tons. I would like we'll do 120 tons, and we'll say there's 34 people on board, and we'll just board those passengers as well. And is auto DG, is it gonna bring the vehicles across? Come on, there we go. Ah. Look at that. Oh, that looked cool. That looks awesome. I can't wait for the real freighter version of this to come, which is actually going to have the CF6s modeled. And let's put this here. Awesome. Okie doke. So GPU is on. So let's close these lines. Galley power can come on. Chillers can come on. Fan can come on auto. Let's do scoop test. Test smoke. Test cooling. Test the cargo heat. Lights up. Awesome. Oh, I know. Look. Love Vlad. And I give full credit to Vlad to getting me into X-Plane. Him and his great community. But he's a bit of a bitch when it comes to flight engineer panels. Look, I say that with all good intentions. But come on, there's nothing better than a few more extra buttons, you know? And I'm not trying to start drama, I love Vlad, but it looks so good. It's so awesome. Like, there's so many buttons and all that. So much stuff to press, so much information to process. It's awesome. Okay, emergency lights are on. Pro-Pete left and right lights go off. Anti-ice lights up. Let's power lights, turn the power, both work. If I override on these, they work. Perfect. Compasses are facing north, so we can start aligning our INSs. While we're here, we can open the APU door, and because we're in the aircraft and we've got power, nav and logo lights can come on. Ooh. That's worth a photo. Oh, that looks good, doesn't it? Yeah, we'll get all that loaded. Should be loaded shortly. Hopefully. Yeah, I'll put this on the Discord. Okie doke. And all our aligned. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the SimBrief downloader. I don't know if that's the correct one, because there's multiple, I know that. And I'll load that in. What's the departure runway? That's how I know. 02 center. Let me just check on the charts app, because I can. Charts. We'll unload this flight plan, and this is why I love the charts app, is you can just load all your flight plans onto it. Port, SimBrief. Zero 02 center with the mass BA3. departure. Let me just get a visualization of it on the map. Okay. Let's see. Okie doke. And what's the departure? It's put in the MASB 3A. Awesome! So flight plan is fully put in. Let's just check the legs. Okay. Moxib, Acoma, Agvar. Yep. Okie doke. And then it goes up to Gupta. And Suldi is the approach, and then obviously we'll be landing on runway 32 left. Once we get up in the air, I'll just do a double confirmation. We're going to want to put in 116.5, which is for TCON. And then obviously we're going to go fly up, and then 112.5 will be our second. We want to go up to 9,000. That'll be selected. And this is what I love. With different liveries, they add different little things. So here, there's supposed to be a autopilot C, but they put INOP over it. And that's one of the cool little features of this. Cargo is still loading. That's no problems. But we can come over here. So APU is on. So we'll actually turn the APU. Oh, APU's not bloody on, is it? 30%. Introduce, and bleed air can also come on because that will supply our vents. Cool. So let's check the. I will try Concorde one day. I've got to learn the WIII-WSSS, which is actually part of this aircraft. And once I learn that, then I'll go on to it. I actually just got paid today. Alright. I'm considering the flight factor 777, which I mean everyone's said so many good things about. The quote-unquote dream aircraft would be the what's it called? The Hot Start Challenger, but that's way too expensive. But the Concorde's by Real XP or something like that, isn't it? APU is fully on. Cargo is still loading. Just past the halfway mark. We're going to get ground. We're going to disconnect
Cockpit to
GPU.
ground. Disconnect ground power.
Doesn't that sound cool though? Take a photo for Vlad. Ah, oh, she's such a gorgeous plane. I understand INS wants it. Yeah. So the WIII-WSSS, I'm going to spend a couple days trying to learn that fully. I just use the FMS currently because it's just easy to... It's easier for streams. So yeah. I'm going to electric pump, we see pressure, and that light extinguishes. Now the light that extinguishes is brake source because that means it's low pressure. Okay, we'll close that. Cargo heat can come to normal now. $82 tons so far. Just wait for that and then we should be right. In that time I'm gonna have a burger. Holy moly, Sim. I couldn't do a 15-hour flight. Like, the longest flight I've done is like 6 hours. Like, I could definitely do one of those flights. Like, in the morning I go for work, but I finish like 8 hours later. My biggest problem is that, like, the fuel doesn't balance or something. This image right here would give Vlad a heart attack. Look, just look how many buttons there are. Oh yeah. Oh, that'd devastate me. But I keep like, I'm not allowed to do it, but I keep going check my phone and check the charts app to see if I've actually flown. Holy moly, 9 people on the stream so far. G'day everyone. Okie doke, so let's check. Okie doke, so we're almost fully loaded. It really is a gorgeous aircraft. Let's check down here. 110, so 10 tons to go. Holy moly, 10 people watching! That's a record. That was the next goal that I was aiming for. G'day everyone, how's it going? All, I'm guessing new viewers. Hope it's going good for you. Awesome. 5 tons to go and we will be fully loaded. Let's check these wings. RB211's my favourite engine. Okay, so we've got all the views. Okay. Okie doke, cool, so we finished late. Oh. That didn't happen, you know. Cool. They're moving out. And so will we shortly. So, those are being taken away. And we now can ask...
Ground to cockpit, please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
We're going to come up here. Probe heats can come on. Window heats can come on. And open these valves. Packs can come closed. And we'll put these air valves on continuous. Make sure that we've got power on the galleys. Awesome. Cargo heat is on. Squib test has been done. APU is running perfectly fine. Okay, fuel is perfectly okay. Get the cross feed valves on right now. We'll get the fuel boost pumps on. And
okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Please do. That's one of the cool little animations that's done really well is you actually... Oh, I obviously forgot to do something.
Cockpit to ground. Remove.
Chocks will be removed in a second. Doors closed.
So connected,
I mean,
and bypass pin inserted.
How much weight
Release
would
parking
the
brake.
front of a bloody 747 be? Parking brake released.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Ready to start the engines.
Ready for engine start.
Starting engine 4.
Starter valve open.
Watch that climb to 20%.
%, and 2.
20%.
Fuel on.
Introduce fuel.
Light up.
And she's spooling.
Starter off. Engine stabilized.
Awesome. Come up
Starting
top.
engine 1.
Start engine 1.
Starter valve open.
And we'll be repeating this every time, so we just go 20% and then we introduce fuel.
20%, and 2.
Fuel
Introduce
on.
fuel.
Light up.
Sorry for the eating, everyone. Just dinner time, so I was pretty hungry. There we go, the generator's fully powered.
Starter
Watch
off.
this, so I'll put on generator 3. Come up here. We'll open the valve for engine 3. And
Engine
the air pumps
stabilized.
can come to auto for those 2 engines. Continuous
Operation
on those.
complete. Set parking brake.
Parking brake
Parking
set.
brake set.
And we'll go engine 3.
Engine tow. Stand by.
Starter valve open.
Now, watch this gauge. See, this is the current from the generator. So this is generator 3, so engine 3, which we're doing now. 20%.
20%, and 2.
Fuel on. Light up.
And you can tell when the engine's stable just from this gauge alone. Or i.e. has enough power in it. Right there. And it happens around every time it gets to
Starter off.
50%. Okay, we'll get
Starting engine 2.
engine 2 start.
Starter valve open. Engine stabilized.
Switch that to auto. Engine is stable.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the left. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
20%, and 2.
Fuel on.
And
Light
engine
up.
into fuel into idle. We'll get our beacon light on. And we'll get our inboard lights on as well. Anti-skid closed, body gear steering armed. That should have been armed on taxi. I knew I forgot something. We're going 260. So we'll put this over
Starter
to
off.
270. Awesome. So all the engines on, all generators for creating power. Let's close these lines.
Engine
Close the brake
stabilized.
system. and APU can come off. Packs can come on temporarily or just before takeoff. Fuel weight is okay and acceptable. Okay, so we shall start moving towards.
Parking brake released.
Let's move forward. We're going to do a flaps 10 takeoff.
Flaps 10.
Doesn't that bare metal just look bloody beautiful? All props to Sim Crash for choosing this. Should probably get in the cockpit so I can actually stay on center line. We're going to flaps 10.
Flaps 20. Flaps 10.
Flaps 10, performance calculator. Let's get this. Speed bugs are set. I'm not doing 137 knots for a rotation. EPR for the takeoff. And we'll get our transponder on as well. We'll have quite the departure today, so we're doing airports. Close all these down. That can stay open. So, I need the charts, so we'll get the airport and airport info. Get departure. And a departure today is going to be the Masbo 3. Oh, can we get around this corner? If we're that light, we might not even need the full runway. Obviously, we're going Moxie above 2,000. That would be easily achievable if we're this light. And then Acomo, just above 7,000. And above 11,000 for Agva. Regardless, I think we'll put 11,000 in. Okie doke. Heading, so we're obviously going 023, so this needs to become 023. Oops, wrong thing. 023, and then we'll go 331. So let me set that up. I did this the complete opposite direction of which I should have done, but ah well. Oh, UPS. Ooh la la. I do love my 757. There's Jewel. That's how you know you're a Changi. All the SQ tails looking beautiful as always. And then we will just follow this taxiway the entire way down. If we get up the charts, yep, we're going to go directly down here. And we can get off probably Tango 10. Sadly, the weather's not in our favour today. If the weather was, then we'll be taking off just here. But no, we have to go to the other side of the runway. Might need to do like a southwest takeoff, you know, or southwest taxi. Slowly bring her back in. Oh, perfect line up there. Chuck these auto flight start. Checklists. Taxi checklist up.
Taxi checklist, please.
Flaps. Flaps 10.
Flaps 10.
Takeoff data, EPR and
Do you guys
airspeed
prefer it
bugs.
if I don't have sunglasses
and
where it's
cross-check.
brighter like this, or would you rather
Stabilizer
I
trim.
keep the high contrast like here? Too much trim.
Set in green band.
Probe heat,
It's on.
On.
flight controls.
I
Damn.
need to check these. So, what we'll do is we'll keep this, try to keep it on center line. Go left, right, up,
Check.
down, center. Perfect.
Yaw dampers.
Ears on.
Check.
Seatbelt and shoulder harness.
Check.
Checked.
APU,
It's off.
off. Fuel heat,
It's off.
off. Totalizer and gross weight.
Checked.
Set. Flight engineer and pilot panels.
Checked.
Check. Aft cargo heat. Normal. Seatbelt and shoulder harness. Check. Taxi checklist completed.
Awesome. Okie doke. Flight directors will be coming on now. Let's check that. Apron. Tango 9. We'll turn onto the runway at Tango 9. We're pretty light, so we don't need the full runway. And this thing's a powerful beast as is. $10,000 set. I'll make that 11,000 for that last waypoint that we need to get above. This is Terminal 4. It's actually a nice terminal. It's not connected to any of the other terminals. And like to get a bus from here to Jewel / all the other terminals, it takes like 40 minutes. It's ridiculous. It's actually faster to get like a cab or whatever. But when they introduce the train to like the Air Metro train thing, Airlink train to Terminal 4, it will be much better. Because it's like where the low costs go, like Air Asia's normally in here. I've seen a few Cathay flights there. And Tango 9's here. Perfect. Oh, there's Tango 9. I'll just go to the next one. Tango 10. Okay, trim is in the green band, flaps set. We shall start entering the runway. Landing lights coming on. And strobes coming on. Changi Tower. Hotel Mike Foxtrot is entering, or Cathay 23 Heavy is entering runway 02 center.
Before takeoff checklist.
Icing considerations.
Check.
Cabin alert.
Checked.
Check.
Transponder.
Check.
Body gear
Ignition.
steering coming off.
Flight start.
Body gear steering.
Disarm.
Pack valves.
Over brakes. Packs coming off.
Closed. Pressurization mode selector.
Auto.
Let's see.
Oh no, it's switched to manual.
Auto.
Auto, there we go.
Fuel boost pumps.
On.
On.
Cross
Feed
feeds.
valves. This. Check. Before takeoff checklist completed.
Yeah, you guys ready to hear her? Here we go. 2%. I think everyone needs to like this before I put it up to full. There we go. Auto throttle. Forward pressure. We have momentum.
Cross set.
Centering the stick.
V1.
V1 already, what the hell?
Rotate.
Rotating. As you can tell, we're a bit light. And oh god, we're not getting up. Oh, there we go, gear up. Oh yeah, Sim, it's my favorite feature. It is my favorite feature of the
Gears up.
Fearless aircraft. It's so good. Let's maintain following this. Flaps 5 now.
Flaps 5.
Let me zoom this in for you so it's easy for you guys to see. And next stage flap can come up.
Flaps 1.
.220 is like our max. Autopilot's coming on. Indicated airspeed mode can come on. And we can switch over to climb thrust. Perfect. Yeah, I mean, how gorgeous is that? Slats are coming in. Look at that humidity. And bon voyage Singapore for the second time in 3 days. 2 or 3 days, yeah. Yeah. 4,000 feet. Jeez, is it that turbulent? Jeez, is the autopilot okay? What's happening?
After takeoff checklist.
Gear levers off.
Gear lever.
Hold on. Off.
Landing and logo lights.
It's off.
Off.
Ignition.
Checked.
Check.
Seatbelts and no smoking sign.
Check.
Back valves. Wait.
Packs coming on.
Open. Fuel heat.
Yes,
Auto.
auto.
After takeoff checklist completed.
Oh, what's this error we're having with the speed? Let's just put this on a 2,000 feet a minute climb. So we obviously have an error. And switching to INS. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Oh yeah. Speed. Okay. This is interesting. Autopilot's coming off. Reduce the nose. We might have a runaway trim, I don't know. We increase to 350. There we go. We are on EPR, that is confirmed. Manually flying this. There we go. Now she's a bit stable. That was the wrong takeoff. Let me just check my charts. Oh no! Okay, so we've got an error with our tracking. Yeah, because I'm supposed to go up to a coma. So we're gonna go previous page. Oh my gosh, I've just realized. Yeah, I should have known this sooner. A coma. There we go. Okay, so this aircraft's fully glitched out at the moment. INS is selected. Heading is very much set. So what was happening is we're taking off and the waypoint never left 02 center. Oh gosh, okay. We're on track now, thankfully. Because I was like, why are we doing such a large bank? And this is why we double check. Okay, so the checklists are in fact done. Weather's looking okay.
10,000.
We're going to go up to 260 now. All the lights are off. That is checked. I need to double check everything. All those are in line in correct position. That's in the correct position. That's in correct position. Let's check here. Packs are on. All of these aft cargo heats in. Perfect. 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 Okay. Really interesting then. Let's check everything. Transponder is on. We're in climb thrust. Now that we're above 10,000, we're going to switch to VS. Come down to 500 feet a minute. We're going to accelerate till 300. And once we hit 300, then we're going to climb. To start our climb, we're going to go to 260, which is our top. Obviously, the flight from Kuala Lumpur to Singapore to Kuala Lumpur is really short. It's 45 minutes in air. It was 38 minutes in air. Obviously, a slight delay because the GPS, well, the FMS was not updating. But I've had this glitch every now and then, but now it should be fixed. Emphasis is on should. Okay, we're going to go direct to Akbar now. Direct to Akbar. There we go. Commence our turn. $300 seen. Well, almost at 300. We'll go to IAS now because we can, and there we go. Perfect. But yeah, as Sim Crash made mention, the checklist feature is, I would say, one of the best things with Felis aircraft is it adds more life to it, but also you're learning the checklist of the aircraft, and also because it's audible, it gives you something to listen to. But it's like, okay, have we done this? Have we done this? Have we done that? Have we done that? So it leaves no questions up in the air of have you done something or not, which I really, really appreciate. I really wish it came to more products. I know, like, say, the Flight Factor 777, which is something I'd eventually like to get, etc. It's, I don't think many aircraft have that feature, and I think it's a game changer, really, and it's why when I bought the Felis 747, which was 2 weeks before the sale, I wasn't even annoyed. I was not even annoyed that, oh, look, I missed out here, I missed out there. Like, I'm really happy with this purchase. It's, you know what, I'll say it is the best aircraft I've bought till date for a flight simulator. I'm going to say it beats out the BAE 146 from Just Flight, which is what was my favorite. But the amount of flight time I'm putting into this aircraft is insane. But it's an aircraft that just makes you want to fly it, and it feels great. Obviously, Flight Factor 777 is something I do want. I've always wanted a 777 for a sim, and I always looked at the PMDG 777s. However, I'm not a fan of their pricing model, like at all. I think it is a bit scummy that you're charging full price for all three planes at the same time. But, you know, that's just my opinion. But, yeah. But honestly, yeah, the Felis 747 is the best module. By and large, by far. It is just, it's so good. Okay. Coming up to 16,000. That gets changed back to standard now. 29992, 1013 is set. And then we get the charts up now. because we're making our way up now. 116.1 is for Kuala Lumpur. 116.1, correction, there we go. 125 miles until we are in KL. Let me check flight radar. And we'll do a quick verification. Ooh, FedEx 777 is just about to leave Singapore for Anchorage. Oof. Oh, that Singapore Airlines A380 going to Delhi. Ooh, that up. Let's see what runway they're using up in Kuala Lumpur. They're using the right runway. So let's come to our charts. Charts, okay. Now that we've got charts up, let's see. So flights, we're gonna go runway, and we're gonna go 32 right ILS. ILS 32 right, perfect. So I'm gonna go into here, and I'm gonna go departure arrival, and ILS 32 right, perfect. So if we go here, so that ends at Gupta. Gupta is there, so the... Sorry, I've been sneezing all day. I believe it's pollen season. Not allergic to it, it's just, oh, really itchy. So, we're doing the Gupta J approach. Perfect. Gupta J approach is set. So if I go to legs now, Motka. So we'll go Sabka, which sounds like a Hindi word. And then Masbo, Gupta, Vazdu, Nugla, then all the way around, and then Suldi, and then Motka, which then takes us directly in. Awesome. So we're going to get these forms up now. So all of the ones for Singapore can be closed, and we're going to go Whiskey Mike Kilo Kilo. We're going to go previous page. So we're going, the approach will be 22D, so we can actually look on this side. Oh no, so this will be 21.5, and then we're also going to go. We're going to go back. We're going to go to arrivals, which will be 22D. There we go. Flight level, under flight level 230 over there. Okie doke. Yeah, let's check here. So, let me make this bigger for you guys. Oh god. So, 326, 109.1 is for the ILS, which will take us in, and yeah, so by around 13.9 DME, 13.9 miles at 4,500 feet will intercept, and that will take us in on the glide path. Triple 7 has a pre-flight briefing on it, and it uses the date from the FMC and the voice. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, ooh, okay. Okay, Sim, I see you trying to sell it to me. At this rate, I'd say I'm probably a really good 747-200 salesman. Felis, get in touch with me. You know how to get. You know where I am. And then you go to Sildi. So Sildi would be 6,000. So Vazdu is 230. And we need to be under 230 and 230 knots. Okay, so we're actually gonna altitude hold it here. And we're gonna go down to 20,000 feet. Okay, so we've got 16 miles, so we'll actually start that. So BS will come down, this comes to speed, that comes to continuous, and we'll start introducing some speed brake, just a little bit. Oh, but Sim, that's awesome. Okay, well, I'll be considering the 777 a bit more now. Lovely job, Luke. So 109.1. Let's get this to 116.1. And 109.1 here.
1,000 level off.
Okey doke. Yeah, we'll do. How gorgeous is that? We also need to slow down to 230. Haha, no problem, Sim. You enjoy. Thanks for joining. Appreciate the company and the chat. I'll still chat with you later on Discord. Anyway, mate, enjoy. Cheers. And we'll just get our heading. So heading will be 326. Let me resize this down to what I need. There we go. .1 will be going at 326. So we go 250. And then we'll go 192. Okay. Can we get the... oh, come on. Cool. Now they're armed. $11,000. And let's get the altitude to the QNH. QNH 1005. Transition to 11,000. Cheers, Sim. Oh yeah, looking good. Get that departure check, the approach checklist in, so we'll get that checklist loaded up. And we'll stick the okay, so we've got a bit of clouds down there, no problems. Make it a bit more afternoon, make it a bit more scenic, you know? Oh! Wrong button. Shift S is what I was looking for. Obviously we need to be 230, so we'll get the air brakes out a bit. Yeah, I should get to 11,000 in time. G'day to everyone viewing. Hope your day's going pretty well. And if you're in Europe, your day's probably starting, so I hope your day does go well. I mean, look at that. That 191 core setting, yep. $14,000 feet. Yeah, get down to 11. Let's check this. So we're over Malacca right now. There's Malacca Airport right there. That's our alternative. Oh, doesn't that look gorgeous? Yeah, slow down, 230. Also now we'll come down to 1005, which is our standard altitude for here. Let's double check, 1005, yep. And speed brake in and set. Oh, look at that. Quite a bit of clouds here and there. Not anything bad though. Miles. Two 252, 272, then 230. We turn in on a heading of 012. Turn in go 252. And we'll just double check 109.1 on 326. Yeah. Seeing as VASMA requires us to be under 10,000, I think I'll just go to 10,000 now. Next waypoint's going to be 272. Yep. Problem with landing on this runway is we're going the opposite way of where the freight terminal is.
10,000.
10,000.
Approach checklist, please.
Approach checklist.
Seatbelts and shoulder harness.
Checked.
Check.
Seatbelts and no smoking signs.
On.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Exterior lights.
Check.
Outer brake.
012.
Low.
Radio INS switches.
Damn. Radio.
Flight director computer selectors.
Check.
Checked.
Brake pressure.
Checked.
Check.
Altimeters.
1005. Set and cross-check.
Landing data, EPR and airspeed bugs.
Set and cross-check.
Seatbelts and shoulder harness. Check. Fuel panel. Check. Fuel heat. Wait.
Fuel heat. Hang on.
Off. EPR computer. Let's see. Cabin altitude.
That automatically switches to go
Check.
around.
Circuit breakers. Check.
There you go.
Approach checklist completed.
6,000 now. Jeez, we're maintaining quite a few viewers, 8 at the moment still. G'day everyone. I should probably plug and say you might want to like the stream. I'm sorry, I'm being egregious with my actions. Plus 38,000. the speed brake's out. Don't want us going that fast. 1,000 feet a minute will be okay for us. And then, are we finishing at Motka? No, we're at Suldi, and then we go to Motka, which will be a heading of 326, 109.1, 13.9 DME. We will approach or hit where we need to be.
1,000 level off.
Hey, firm. Cool. And just double confirm it's 4,500 feet at Motka, AFM. Suldi then goes to Motka, yes. 210 knots. And then we'll also have to go down to 4,500 eventually. Okay. 6,000. Now switch to radio. And we're going to come down to 4,500. There's 185 we need to come down to. There we go. I'll be out there somewhere. Can they bring the thrust idle, please? Oh, look at that sun. Look at that sky. It's beautiful. Under 10,000, we'll get our landing lights on. Logo light can also come on. So 5 miles. That's going to bring us to Motka. Yep, here we go, and then we'll... flaps down, don't worry.
Flaps 5.
Flaps 5, cool. Okay, we're now picking up the runway. Speed brake coming in. Should have been out in the entire time.
Localizer alive.
Cool. As we've already checked, 13.9 DME is when we'll be able to pick up performance calculator. We're at flaps 5 speed. final turn onto Motka. That's quite a high AOA. We'll go flaps 10. Runway is seen. $16 to go. Putting a lot of trust in this auto throttle. Let's just double check the go around procedure. Go around heading 326, 5,500 feet, 4.9 DME from VKR, and then we'll go turn 340. That's no problem. We'll go direct to Uguru. Oh, there's dark mode. Huh, okay. Okay, switch to ILS. Nav. Glide slope be captured. Whoa. Nope, my aircraft. That's happened twice today. I don't know why that's happening. It's bloody annoying me, I'll tell you that. I didn't have these issues the other day, so oh my god, the subscriber thing just worked. Bit bloody delayed though. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you see, like, look at the alignment. Like, why does it think that the ILS is all the way over there? Getting a bit low. We'll correct that. That's no problem.
Gear down.
Gear coming down, 6 miles.
Gears down, green light.
Yeah, the autopilot's a bit off today. Don't know why.
$1,000.
Glide slope, glide slope, glide slope,
Okay.
glide slope, glide slope, glide slope, glide
Flaps 20.
slope, glide slope, glide slope, glide slope.
Don't sink.
Don't know why the aircraft's so off today.
25. Landing checklist.
Gear.
Down and check.
Down and check.
I think we
500
might have a
flaps.
pitot heat error.
Flaps 25.
Flaps 25. Spoilers.
Armed. Flaps 30.
Ignition.
Flight start.
Continuing.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Anti-skid.
Check.
Altimeters. 1005. Set and
Glide
cross-check.
slope.
Landing
Glide slope.
checklist completed.
410.
Oh! Oh, okay! Okay!
Check reverse.
Reverses? Okay, I mean, I'll take it. Obviously the game's really glitched at the moment. Like the callouts for cutting out and everything. Okay, so the
Out,
game would
off,
definitely
reverse.
need a restart.
Auto brake off.
So keep that in
60
mind
knots.
every time we do a new flight, bit like MSFS, is you need to restart the sim. Look, no question. No, we've got no. I've got no answers to that. Get off the runway, and what we'll do, we'll get that race play on. Cause oh my god, we were everywhere. Let's chuck it down. Also, it was a bit of a long landing. Oh, kissed. Kissed. As you can tell, I accidentally pressed the wrong button. Oh, look at that chrome on that body. Let's get it chucked back, and we'll do a window seat, because that was insane. That was actually insane. Beautiful terminal.
Don't think.
No wing flex anything. I was so like, what's happening? Why are the cutouts calling? Why is the ILS all stuffed up? All of these things. I'm unstable, now I'm stable and all that. To achieve that was insane. Let's watch it from here. Just look. Oh. That was insane. I'm giving myself credit for that, you know. failing aircraft to do that. Full credit to me. Full credit to me. Ah. Well, that was awesome. I think we'll do it one more time, and then I'm gonna head off because I'm gonna be busy. Oh. 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 Spectacular. Anyway, everyone, I'm just gonna park it here. One moment. And we'll do the outro. Anyway, everyone, I need to get going. I really appreciated your company. We actually hit a record, 10 concurrent viewers. That's bloody awesome. I thank everyone that came and watched. If you're from Reddit, if you know me personally, Discord, from YouTube, wherever. Thanks for watching. Really enjoyed the company. Hope you enjoyed the flight and the stream and this stupid personality. Other than that, I hope you all have a good day. Cheers.